furnace from a company I know and trust, Plumline Services. And Carrier, with up to $2,000 in savings, plus energy rebates and special financing for approved credit. Plumline and Carrier, turn to the experts you trust. I've trusted Plumline in my home, and I know their ethics and excellence are practiced every day. PlumlineServices.com. Get your savings today. PlumlineServices.com.
It's your chance to win $1,000. Text the nationwide keyword HOME to 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's HOME to 200-200. This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino, the Troubleshooter.
To solve problems, answer questions, take your complaints, and you know what? We love getting directly involved with your life. If you've been ripped off, if you need some help, some advice, we have a list of people, and I mean the best list of people at referrallist.com. They're active in the show. If we have a question for a personal injury attorney, we get one on. If we have a question for a bankruptcy attorney, we get one on. You get the idea. That's what this show is all about, and I'm proud to say, over a 40-year stretch, my man Martino has recovered over $200, listen to this number, $1 million in cash merchandise, exchanges, refunds, services, goodwill. My God, at one point we actually got someone, listen to this, we actually got someone a liver. Yes, a liver. Now, for whatever reason, one of her relatives were mad we talked about it on the air, but regardless, we got someone a liver, and I'm very proud of that. In fact, I think Daphne actually had a lot to do with that one, if I recall.
Actually,
and speaking
I
of
think it was
which,
Suzanne, your wife, who did that.
Was it?
Yes, it was.
Oh, no, I'm going to be eating crow.
Ouch.
But can you imagine that? $200 million, cash merchandise, exchanges, refund services, and body organs. It doesn't get any better than that. And the show's very simple. You got any issues, you give us a call. That's it. We're here every day, Monday through Friday, from 10 a.m. to 2. We're on numerous stations around the country. In fact, even in Fort Collins, another sister station on iHeart, KCOL on the weekends, KRDO in Colorado Springs, 105.5. Of course, live everywhere on the iHeart app, and if you haven't downloaded that, man, is it cool. If your vehicle has Bluetooth, this is what I do. I got Sirius XM, and I got the iHeart app. So you can log in, you connect your Bluetooth, and you can listen, and it never drops off like FM or AM. You can drive as far as you want and listen to the same show. It's wonderful. And then our podcast, and then I'll be done bragging, and I promise, Evan and Chris, I'll get to you first, but our podcast is one of the most downloaded in the country. It doesn't matter what station anybody's on in this state, we're number one. That's it. You can't argue with that. We have more downloads of our podcast than anybody else, and man, talk about cool. Hey, real quick, Daphne, Deputy B, is he on for an update?
He is.
All right, bring them up. I like it. Let's get to our deputies. They deserve some limelight, spotlight, however they want to look at it. Deputy B, what is this trash update?
Good morning, Mark. This was a case that was the most challenging for me so far in that I was dealing with a bunch of nincompoops. So let's review what happened. This is a case of Dean, who had contracted with Republic Services. Yes,
yep.
Republic Services.
You're like talking to some callers. You realize that, Deputy B. You're going to tell me the whole story. What color shoes did they have?
Well, if you don't want details, I'll just get to the end of the story.
But it was here was the bottom line, though. Here's what I want to know. The guy called up, and the problem, if I recall, this was a couple days ago, they decided to raise his rates out of the blue.
Correct.
And what were they? How much was he paying, and what were they going to do?
Yeah, I'm getting to that. He contracted for $70 for 3 months, for July, August, September. They decided around August 6th that they were changing the format of how they were going to charge and charge him per bag. And,
Ooh, that could be a big difference.
It could be, and he didn't like that, so he just wanted to end the relationship
And
get a
they didn't
prorated-
want to refund it because he paid in advance, right?
At first. At least that's who the people he spoke with said to him.
What did you figure out for this guy?
Well, it took me 22 minutes yesterday, just to give you an idea, of talking to a bunch of stooges and transferred around and all this. But this morning I called back because I don't like to give up. I don't like to take no for answers. And I finally got a hold of somebody who told me that he could have got his refund at any point. That is their policy. If he decided to cancel, then he gets a prorated refund.
Got it.
That's not what they told him yesterday. But
So what ended up happening? Did he get the refund?
well, they offered him an option. He could get the refund, or they would discount his services to $48 for 3 months instead of the $70. So I got him on the line. And with the customer service rep, because I wanted to make sure that I didn't hear it incorrectly.
Deputy B, I love you, but did you get him his money back? Is that what happened? What did he do? Get to the end.
He opted to take the $48 discount. He opted to keep the service for $48 instead of $70.
Oh, but then he can't put other bags out, right? It's just the two bins or whatever amount of bins.
It's whatever they agree. It's a flat rate. It's a flat rate.
Good deal.
And he's allowed whatever they agreed on. That's what he was doing up to this point anyway.
Good deal, man.
Yeah. So
Deputy B, I appreciate it. And by the way, you've been doing a great job.
And he is 4 for 4.
4 for 4? That's like Mike Tyson back in the day. You're like Mike Tyson.
Without the lisp.
Without the lift, yes. And
Or
without,
biting of
hopefully, the
ears.
tattoo on your face.
Well, yeah.
You know, we had a caller probably 2 years ago said one of the funniest things to me. He goes, it was the second time this month a guy with a neck tattoo ripped me off, and he was dead serious, so don't get a face tattoo. Anyhow, let's go to Evan. Thank you, Deputy B. Hey, what does B stand for, Daff, if he's down? I have no idea. Does anybody know what B stands for? Hey, Deputy, what does B stand for?
My last name. It's the first initial of my last name.
Ah, gotcha. Were you a doctor as well, by the way?
Chiropractor.
Oh, that's kind of weird. That's kind of like a dentist. It's kind of like a doctor, right? You know
well, I was accepted to medical school. I turned it down.
Oh, okay. Well,
better than a podiatrist.
Thank you again, sir. 303-713-8255. You know, we have a lot of deputies that do a lot of work behind the scenes. I'm not kidding. They're great people. The majority of them are just salt of the earth. They're good people. They're honest. They're, you know, what they want to do for a living, and what they do basically for free is they help people out. I mean, that's pretty hard to come by in this world. So to all the deputies out there, thank you from Tom and myself. Evan, what in the heck is this 500 down, this buyer's notice? What is this, man?
Well, so I've been in the market for a new vehicle, and I got pre-approved by my bank, but what they required was that I put down I get a buyer's notice. So they wanted $500 down to whatever vehicle I bought, and that would include the final cash amount so that they could write the check. So after going from dealership to dealership, finding the cars, calling the bank, seeing if they would work, you know, dealership to dealership, in the span of that day that I went, which I believe was a Thursday, I'd gone to 8 different dealerships, drove over about 150, 200 miles, and I'd ended up in Golden at iCar. So, you know, speaking to
So did you buy a vehicle at iCar?
No, I ended up not buying the vehicle, and I'm now $500 short.
Wait a second. So was it a credit union? What bank are we talking about? I need to understand this a little better.
We are talking to credit unions, so this was,
okay, so the credit union just needed you to put $500 down. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Did you put $500 down with the dealer, or are you saying they needed you to give them, being the credit union, $500?
I had to put $500 down with the dealership.
Okay, so you went to this, what was it called, iCar?
iCar in Golden.
And you gave them $500 because you wanted a particular vehicle. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, so when you didn't buy it, I assume you did not qualify through the credit union eventually? What happened?
So I went in, got pre-approved, And then after a
wait a minute, Evan. You said you got pre-approved by who? The dealer or the credit union?
the credit union.
Okay, so that's fine. Pre-approval. You go in. You put $500 down. What happened? How did the deal fall through?
The dealership ended up contacting me. It being my first purchase.
Yeah.
I guess the underwriters didn't catch the my low credit score. So I actually got reached out by the bank a few hours later from them letting me know that hey, my loan wouldn't get approved. So then I was in.
Evan, here's where I keep getting confused though. You said I thought you already lined up with your own credit union that you were approved and could buy a car. Is that correct?
That's what was to my knowledge. So I
okay, but you know what? None of this matters because here's the deal: you gave them $500. You don't have a car. You have no deal, and they're keeping your $500, right?
Exactly.
Why? What is their justification for keeping your money? If I have one of our deputies call and say, "Hey, Evan says he gave you $500. You couldn't qualify him, but you won't give him a refund." What the hell are they going to tell us?
So what they said was that it was a holding fee, that because I put the
holding fee. You know what? My ass. Let's call these people up. Daphne, see if you can get them on the air first. If they don't want to come on the air, then let's get Deputy Doc or Deputy Dan or someone to call these guys up, Deputy B, and see what the hell's going on. But hold on a second. I've got a few more questions, Evan. And Chris and Carrie, you guys, a botched kitchen from Rock Solid Granite. I will say this, that's coming up after the break. I do like the name of the company, Rock Solid Granite. That's pretty cool. Then we have an update on the United States Post Office, which for the life of me, I have no idea why they're still around. We'll be right back.
Are you curious when you should take Social Security? This is Kurt Cambier. Visit my website now for your free Social Security analysis at kurtcambier.com. That's Kurt with a K. C-A-M-B-I-E-R.
I can't get him on the phone. His router's messed up. So Mark, so I'm going to leave this up. You may as well sit right there.
Well, Tom will be here in a minute.
Oh, no, it'll be more in a minute.
Really?
He's going through his medical evaluation.
Oh, yeah.
Unless Grossman's that fast.
Isn't Joe Lazaro 60? Hey, let's talk. You know what I want to talk about right now? Get found fast. If you have a company like we do, referrallist.com. Tom and I own that. Here's the deal with it. We were not getting there when people were searching for contractors and other stuff. Some of our competition was coming up. We wanted to be number one, just like you want your website to be number one in your category. So you know what I did? I reached out to Get Found Fast. Kenny and the guys do it all. Website strategies.
Now let's do it like this.
Traditionally, these are your guys. You got any questions, simply call them.
We'll put it between us, in case you have anything worthwhile to say.
Because his isn't on, so.
Yeah.
The coolest part is he'll give you free tips.
If you want to say just when it comes back.
GetFoundFast.com. GetFoundFast.com. And speaking of great people, Joseph A. Lazara, he's an attorney at law. If you ever get yourself in any kind of criminal issue, a DUI, shoplifting, assault, anything, it doesn't matter. He actually represented the guy that shot a police officer at one point. Now,
Look at this granite. This is how, look at,
but if he didn't have Joe, I don't think he'd ever see
he wanted it to look like that, chiseled.
flat rate pricing.
Yes, that's what he got.
Oh, wow.
Who would want this?
Ooh, that is ugly.
No, who the hell would want that?
Well, they could probably fix it. They just have to ream it along there, right?
They didn't, though.
I know, but they could.
Yeah, you would think.
429-6200, 303-429-6200.
You know, I used to think that Medicare was one big complex mystery. What's covered? What's not? Then I made one phone call to United Healthcare and got the answers I needed.
Snowball there.
In one call, I learned I could combine my Medicare coverage into a single
Okay,
for little or no extra money. With the AARP Medicare Advantage Plan from United Healthcare, I get more coverage than original Medicare. My prescription drugs are included, plus other great benefits like dental.
So this thing with the warranty on that auto broker,
Uh-huh.
It's the only plan.
these guys are so above board.
You're turning 60.
Who's above board?
The auto buyers.
They are?
Yeah, well, you said they had a great reputation.
They have one of those 5-star, 1-star things. And I'm sure people get
He
pissed
said
off.
he's had 2 complaints to the BBB in 45 years.
I don't believe that.
Well, also, you know, now this is We're not on the air, are we?
No.
He's trying to get the
Oh, wait,
warranty.
wait. Yes, we are. Oh. I can take us off.
Brokers.
When you start getting into debt, it can be a little bit at a time, but it can quietly build up. And the high interest rates tied to some of your credit cards or personal loans can cost you a lot of money. But it doesn't have to be this way. Hey guys, it's Ross Kaminsky, and if you're a homeowner, you can refinance any high-interest debt into your mortgage at a much lower rate, creating up to maybe $1,000 a month in monthly savings, maybe more. It just takes a 10-minute call to American Financing to get started. You'll work with a dedicated mortgage consultant, someone who will customize a loan program to achieve your financial goals. There's no pressure, no upfront or hidden fees, and you don't have to start your loan term over. Instead, you can choose any term you need, which can mean tens of thousands of dollars in long-term interest savings. You might even be able to postpone 2 mortgage payments. So call 303-695-7000 to learn more. That's 303-695-7000 or online at AmericanFinancing.net.
NMLS 182334, regulated by the Division of Real Estate.
It may not be stomach issues.
For me, it's intense gas, or pain, or diarrhea, sometimes all at once, over and over.
I spent years with the symptoms, but could never figure it out.
No matter what I did, they never went away. So I decided to break it down for my doctor.
And the guy is a little squirrely. I do.
Yeah.
But he said it was never in focus, or in what am I saying? Not. He said when they called it us. So I don't know.
I think auto buyers is right.
API is manageable, but to get to the right diagnosis,
They're snowing you, Doc.
No, this guy
in August, they're snowing you.
This guy is above board.
to learn more and use the symptom checker.
Who had a baby?
No, not a baby. It's a dog.
Oh, they got a dog?
It'll be another hot, hazy, and smoky day. The high 90s, 60. Air quality is low. This weekend, an isolated storm is possible. I'm Fox 31, with wet weather meteorologist Brooks Garner.
It's okay to do some things halfway, but not when it comes to managing your prescriptions. That's why CVS has a tool designed to look for ways that may help lower your prescription costs. Visit CVS today. Savings vary. Not all patients are for savings.
So yeah, I can't. So his phone is done. His whole router system's screwed up. His phone's done.
I'm staring at this buyer's order from iCar Automotive. I have no idea. Bring this guy back up, Cap. For the life of me, Evan, all it says is cash down $500. It's a buyer's order. It's not even like the real invoice. It looks like your monthly payments would have been $84. It's an 04 Honda Pilot with a gazillion miles, so I'm glad you actually didn't get it. But I still don't quite understand. If you don't have the vehicle and you weren't qualified, why are they keeping the $500?
You know, I'm just as confused as you. What I was told was that because I had put the money down, they were taking it off the market and that they would lose 2 sales.
You know what, Daphne, get these jerks on. I swear to God, I am in no mood for anybody that's a jerk today. What are they saying? Did you talk to him?
You can talk to him. He's coming on air.
Put him on. What's his name?
Ferris, like Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yes.
Ferris.
Hello.
Ferris, I appreciate you coming on, but unless if this guy Evan is outright lying to me, I cannot understand for the life of me. He couldn't get qualified for this 04 Pilot with a gazillion miles on it. He gives you $500 down, and you guys are keeping the $500.
Sir, we did get him an approval on the vehicle. It's just that he didn't want to sign on the approval with a 21% interest rate as he's a first-time buyer.
Okay, so why are you keeping his $500?
So he decided to go with his own financing. We held the vehicle for him for a week and took it off the market. We had other people come in and try to buy the vehicle, and we told them no because that vehicle is on hold.
Okay, well, when you do sell it, are you going to give the $500 back, Ferris?
It's not about.
And where in this agreement does it say? Where in this agreement? The only thing I'm looking at is financing. APR 0%, term 84 months, $500 down. To me, it looks like you actually created a deal with 0% down with this guy. Now that you want to bring it up to 21%, you want to keep his $500.
No, that was just a buyer's order that he takes to his bank. So we don't know what his bank is gonna actually give him interest rate wise.
Ferris, just give him. Ferris, so if he can't qualify for it except for 21%, just give him his money back, man. This is outrageous. Why would you do this over $500? Just give the guy his money back.
The thing is, we never told him over the phone or in any way, shape, or form that we're not gonna refund him the money.
Okay, well that's different. Then Evan, did they tell you they're going to keep it?
Say that one more time.
Did they tell you they were going to keep the 500, or they never told you that? He's telling me now they never said they were going to keep it.
It was disclosed to me after I told them I would no longer be able to purchase the vehicle. Once that they knew my credit union was no longer going to write me the loan, that they could get a first-time buyer to sign a 21% APR paperwork, they told me my $500 was theirs.
Yeah, Ferris, listen, are you going to give him the 500 back? Really, that's all that matters. That's the right thing to do, and I think you should do that. Just cut this guy loose. It sounds like he could be an issue anyhow. But anyhow, are you going to give him the 500 back?
You know, this is Hussam. This is the owner, by the way.
Yeah.
It's not about the $500. It's about the way you ask for it and the way you don't threaten people about $500.
You know what, man? Why are you keeping the guy's $500? It's outrageous.
Let me finish talking. Let me finish.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I will let you finish talking. Go ahead. Go ahead. Make your point.
You don't talk to me like that. I don't care who's fucking made you so.
Kill it. Kill it. Shannon, did you get that? Yeah, man. Well, there you go. So, Hussein or whatever. What was his name? I'm sorry, I missed that.
Yeah, Hussein. Don't buy cars at iCar.
Yeah, iCar. Listen, so there you go. There's the owner of iCar. Remember, Hussein. So do me a favor, folks. I want you to call up and ask. I want you to call these people up right now and ask, because I still don't understand. 1 minute they were going to give the $500 back, the next minute they don't. And Dan, put up there what this buyer's order looks like, because let me tell you what I am staring at. Here's what it says. It says 0% APR. It's got the sales tax, it's got the price of the car, and a $500 down. So if you schmucks over there want to keep the guy's $500, I hope you go out of business, Hussein. I swear to God, I hope you go out of business. And please, listeners, call up and talk to the great guys down at Hussein for me right now and see if they're going to give this poor guy his $500 back. And on top of that, Evan, I must tell you this. Pull Evan up real quick. Why in the world would you spend $7 or $8 grand on a vehicle with 170,000 miles? You're not going to be able to afford, if you can only put $500 down in at 21%, and I'm glad you didn't do it, so you actually did make the right decision. But with those kind of miles, and I realize Hondas are good vehicles, you're going to end up putting a transmission and an engine in it, and it's going to totally suck, and you're going to end up with a car that you're going to be upside down and probably doesn't run. And judging by these people, and this is my opinion, folks, these lousy people down at iCar, judging by the way they handled this guy, keeping his $500 when they couldn't come through with the 0% interest rate that's on their own buy order, I don't know what to make of it. I don't know what to make of it. To me, they're thieves. They're thieves if they keep that money. I want to know right now if they're going to keep that money. Here's their phone number. Someone call up and let me know. You know who you are. Call them right now. iCar 720-510-3903. Now, don't drop the F-bomb like they did. There's no reason to act like jerks like they did. But ask them, are you going to keep Evan's money or are you going to give it back? That's what I want to know. And I want a picture of this place. I want to see what it looks like. I'm guessing it looks like a one-stop gas station or an old convenience store, but I want to see what it literally looks like. So someone please send me a picture of this and I'll look over break. iCar's number, once again, here it is, 720-510-3903. 720-510-3903. Evan, you've got me on your side. I'm hoping to get this money back. Hold tight.
Thank you.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Michael Brown at 2, 630 KHOW, Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by CVS.
Travel around the metro area in fairly decent shape right now. Getting word of a crash, though. Southbound I-25 at the Evans off-ramp. Watch out for crews on the scene there. Also off-highway, lights are completely out in all directions at 20th and
Because he used to advertise with,
and he's doing Michael Brown. I told him, I said, look, the purpose of this call isn't to try to sell money, but I give him more shit. I mean,
yeah,
I feel it's part of the practice.
Well, there may be, I don't know,
No, he says he's got a lot of filtering because of the
Because I know Michael used to do a spot for him.
He still is.
But I have no, he doesn't advertise. I know he uses him, but I haven't heard Michael advertise him. Yeah, I think it'll be a great match.
CVS today. State Missouri. Non-patients eligible for savings. Ask pharmacist for details.
All right, K&H, Windows, Siding, these guys do it all. They're a great company.
I just need somebody proactive.
Way back.
And that he is.
20 plus years
I said,
ago.
you know, I need someone.
I'm gonna bring in his book for you on Monday.
These guys have been around.
And you can look through that.
Think about this. If you buy something
He's written 2 books.
warranty or a 20, 30,
And he doesn't talk like a doctor, he just spills.
Yeah.
it doesn't mean anything if the
How do you know him so long?
I used to play poker with him for ages.
He doesn't play anymore?
Well, the game kind of broke up.
Guess what? Ted and the guys are going to be around.
So, he used to be a primary care doc up in
Someone that after 20
Granby,
years had a warranty on Windows and they took care of it. But here's the best part of
and then he moved out to Denver.
Right
got
now,
into this.
it's 25%
I'm trying to think who the
doors if you've been putting it off. Now
who the futurist is that he worked with, and you know the name.
Extra 15%
And they,
till the end of the month. Get K&H
Futurist?
Yeah.
In Boulder?
National, internationally recognized. I can't think of his name, but he's the one who did all the voice recognition software.
Mandy used to advertise for him. I don't know if she still does.
And Michael Brown used to.
I think they still probably, I don't think they've parted ways.
Which one am I going to... Yeah, let's look through all the history at once.
It sounds like a TikTok challenge. Look through all the history.
So I'll get with this Evan and tell him he needs to go to small
So
claims.
Shannon, tell Mark I will join him, but I want him to continue on this car thing.
Simply, Buddy Mitchell, he's the guy.
But let him go through the entire thing first. I mean, like all the spots. I mean.
Luxury vinyl tile and here.
Did you want to interrupt the spot?
No,
Yeah,
that's what I'm
yeah,
saying. Let him do them. When we come back, tell him Martina will join you, but he wants you to finish with this car thing.
Simply.com. That's simplyfloorsinc.com.
Hey, it's Wes Kaminsky for Everything for Offices. I'm sitting right now in my chair they call the Kaminsky. It's the third one. You guys have off-air communication yet?
No, we don't. We don't have communication with him. I don't know what's going on.
His router's back down.
Oh, is that? See, I love Shannon's technical expertise. He said something broke. That's, man, I tell you, you got to pay for that kind of expertise.
Well, I don't mean to be condescending.
No.
You don't know that means talking down to you.
Tell Shannon that Doc said he does much better with Michael Brown than with us.
No, he doesn't. What you mean, Ron?
He does. No, he does Michael Brown sometimes.
Oh, does he? Okay.
Yeah.
That is a funny comment.
Ant does a lot with Michael Brown.
All right, we're about 2 minutes away, and I'll explain everything to you.
Simple to use electric toothbrush, a toothbrush.
Jeez, and the guy's dealing with this from Castle Rock?
So Tom, where are you getting your blood drawn?
Oh, you're right.
We also deliver fresh brush heads, toothpaste, and floss refills automatically every 3 months, just like the dentist recommends.
Join over 4 million Quip customers today. Quip refills start at just $5 every 3 months. Go to getquip.com/KHOW right now and get your first refill free. That's your first refill free at getquip.com/KHOW. Spell getquip.com/KHOW.
This is Dan Campus. You were probably raised by your folks the same way.
Is he still
my
up?
mom
I wonder
raised
that.
us. We were taught to fight the good fight, to stand up for what's
Oh,
right,
he's gonna bring him
and
up
to do
again.
well by doing good. For me, it's fighting against
Come
giant
on.
insurance companies on behalf of good people who pay their lives
lives turned upside down by a very serious injury or the wrongful death of a loved one. My firm accepts righteous cases on a percentage fee basis.
What is a righteous case?
Please feel free to.
According to Catholics, it's anything he can win.
That's exactly right. Any case he takes.
Right.
Oh, that's funny.
And all across our nation, we've taken steps to
You started him too.
slow the spread of coronavirus. Now we must continue to take personal
You want to see something really ugly?
protect ourselves
This, Tom, look at this granite.
all of us risk
This
a
is
severe case of coronavirus.
Did he do brought to you by Real CBD that works?
No.
I think that was it.
Look at this. This is granite coming up. This is what he wants, chiseled granite.
And back to overall.
That's what he got.
There are things our country needs to do.
He wanted the rough edge, the natural edge.
Yeah.
Let me see the yeah, that's what he wanted.
That's what he got.
Who did that?
Rock solid granite. Yeah, that'll be up next.
That looks like scallop.
Who the hell would want that?
Like a doily.
Looks like a doily.
Stop with me. You can learn more at coronavirus.gov.
Produced by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
I'll send it to Mark. It's too.
630 KHOW, an iHeartRadio station.
Tom Martino.
Can I believe this? So I look at iCar. I'm looking at it through Google. I have literally been to this place before with another problem years ago. Here's the deal, though. I think it was called something else, and I nailed it. I absolutely nailed it.
All right, pal, going to bring you up because he's going to introduce you, okay?
Yeah.
Now, they've got some.
You're up.
They've got all the windows with the nice little paint on there with no money down and pay here, buy here, and all that crap. Here's the deal, though. I'm staring at this buyer's order, and I swear to God, it's driving me crazy. I want to get Tom's opinion on this, but I'm looking at it. It says this, the vehicle price, the tax, the dealer handling charge. And listen to this, Tom. $500 down. It says financing, APR 0%. These guys want to jack them up to 21%. He did the right thing and said, I don't want anything to do with it. And they said, we're keeping your $500. Then the guy came on the air and dropped the F-bomb.
No, I heard that, but man, they would have to finance him for 84 months, 0%. You know, by the way, this is not an approved state of Colorado contract. This is not, the dealer licensing board would be all over this. They
basically mugged the guy.
So, man, so so basically the way I heard it, he doesn't like the guy's attitude or the way he sounds. It's the way you ask for your money. He said.
Yeah, no, I don't know if he was talking to me the way I was talking
he said
to
the
him
other
or the guy.
No, when you said, why didn't you give his money back, he says, well, the way he asked for it. Golly. So.
Well, here's their phone number. Yeah. I want to make sure people call up. 720-510-3903. This is when I wish, we talked about this years ago, we get what I want to call the posse together. We get about 50, 100 people to show up at these scumbags.
I know, that would be good. Go out in front of the place. So where is iCar located exactly? I don't see it on here.
It's in Golden.
Oh.
It's in Golden, and ironically, I literally have been here before on a problem years ago. I did a live out there. You were in studio. I was out there, but I don't remember the name iCar. So they might have purchased this old dilapidated piece of crap 7-Eleven, Circle K, whatever it is.
What's that guy's name that was on the air that dropped the F-bomb?
Hussein. Something Hussein.
Oh, my God. Anyway, so Mark has a comment on it. Go ahead, Mark. What's your comment?
Dealer, I'm a dealer. I believe if the refund if he gave him a paper, like a receipt for the refund, I think it has to say on it it's non-refundable. And I just wanted to say this. If these dealers do stupid stuff to people like this, just go file a complaint or tell the guy you're going to go file a complaint at 18-bit Bears. That's what they understand.
Mark, most people, though, and I really mean this, man, $500 to this guy is everything, and I'm not kidding, man. He scraped it together. The guy needs a car probably to get to work and everything else. And, Evan, I hope I'm not putting words in your mouth, but a lot of people having to write a letter to the dealer board or do this or that and wait to get this $500 forever generally don't do it. So really what I want is our listeners to put pressure on these jerks and get them to give the $500 back.
Yeah, and by the way, Evan, do it. Go to the dealer licensing board anyway, because truly, these people, they did not use an approved contract. They did not do this the right way, and that's iCar Automotive in Golden. And Mark, where you gave the? Oh, it's on top. This number 720.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see it?
Yeah. So this is iCar, and iCar is 720-510-3903. Okay, now, Mark,
can you imagine being so desperate you got to keep some guy's $500?
No,
you guys should be ashamed.
So I want the Martino Marauders or whatever you want to call them. It's really worth calling. And Chris, the botched kitchen job, did you see the photos of this? Listen, folks, she wanted what you call this natural edge. They call it, where it looks like the granite's broken off. It's a beautiful edge. A lot of people are going with this natural edge. What she got back, oh my God, are we going to put that up online? What she got back, if you can picture, do you know what a scalloped edge looks like? You know what I see? It looks like a doily, the curves like a doily. What a terrible, terrible, terrible thing. Whoever did this granite, I want to know something, Chris. Do they expect you to accept that? And did you see it while it was going in so you could have stopped them? Yes? No? Maybe?
So, yeah, they expected me to keep that, but
did you
I stopped them before they even installed it.
Good. And did you say this is not a natural edge?
First piece in.
Yeah?
Yeah, no, it looks like an oyster. That's what I look at. It looks like an oyster.
Okay, that's a good. That's a good description. The edge of an oyster shell, or not, whatever. Mm. And it looks also. Yeah, it looks terrible. Why? Oh God. So what are they going to do for you?
Well, so that day when they brought that in, even the guy said, "Oh yeah, that looks horrible."
Yeah,
we're going to redo it and bring it back to you. I said, "Well, listen, if you redo it, you're going to lose at least 2 inches off the slab, and it's not going to fit." 2 days later, they come back. Obviously, it doesn't fit.
Wait a minute.
So
What do they mean? What do they mean? Redo it. Redo the edges. If they redo the edges, you're saying it wouldn't have hung over as much because they would have shortened it up too much.
Oh, correct.
Yeah,
correct.
Because it's not going to affect the dimensions as far as the depth it will, I guess. So anyway, what do they propose to do? What they should do is what you ordered. So they reworked this slab and brought it back. And it won't fit right?
Yep, so I can bring back one piece, and it fits. It doesn't fit over. So it's actually inside the cabinet doors. So it just doesn't fit. It's 2 inches off.
Did you let them do it, or did you stop them again? Did you stop them again?
No, I stopped them again. I had them just bring in one piece.
Good.
Stopped them again. Called the office. They said, okay, go to the store, go pick out new slabs.
Good.
Okay. Go to the store, I pick out new slabs. A day later, the owner gets back from a trip and cancels, botches everything. Says, no, we're not redoing it. Here's what I'm willing to do.
What is he willing to do?
Couple options.
Yeah.
One, you can keep it, but you still owe me another $2-3 grand.
Wait.
That's option one.
Well, hold on, just wait. You can keep it and just pay it, or is it a reduction in price?
It's a reduction in price, yes. So I already put 50% down.
Yeah.
So he just wanted me to pay an extra, instead of the 12 grand, I'm ballparking numbers here, instead of the full 12 grand, he wanted me to pay, I already paid 6 grand. He wanted me to pay an extra 2-3 grand on top of this crap.
So he's going to give you 3 grand off. I wouldn't accept it. What's the other option?
Exactly. Oh, the other option is, oh, we'll redo it for you, but we're not going to give it to you how you want it. So we're not going to do the chisel. We're not going to do a couple other options. I said, well, then what's the point?
Well, when he says redo it, now wait a minute. When he says redo it, what edge will he do?
I have no clue. No clue. I didn't get that far. I said no immediately.
What about, how about a refund and you go to theartofgranite.com where you should have gone to begin with?
Exactly. So that was a no. He's not refunding anything. This was a Friday. I waited till Monday morning when they opened. Me and my wife went down to the office to talk to him. He wanted to pull me into his bathroom for whatever reason to show different type of edge.
Oh.
I said, oh, well, that looks good. I said, but bro, this is not what you gave me. I said, if it looked anything like this would be great. At that point, he put his chest to my chest and one in the middle of his office with my wife sitting right there.
He wanted to fight?
He's yelling and screaming and physically fight.
Oh,
he
no.
says, I'm going to kick your you-know-what.
Wow. God almighty. He goes for granite, and the guy wants an ultimate fighting challenge. Okay.
Exactly. So now we're yelling back and forth. I ended up leaving. And
we ought to bring Ian with us. Our ultimate fighter, Ian. We ought to bring him with us. Mark, wouldn't that be funny? Hey. Anyway, so listen, Chris. This is funny. This guy is an idiot. If he thinks he can't breach a contract and get away with it. Did you pay by credit card?
I paid. Oh goodness! You know, I can't even remember. To be quite honest, I don't know if the wife paid with a check or a credit card.
Find out, because if it's a credit card, you can contest it. You have photographic proof. What edge did he put down on your contract?
Good idea.
What edge did he put down on?
Oh, chisel.
Well, okay,
chisel.
He didn't do it. We should call him too. Is Deputy B signed on today or not? Is he?
Yes, he is.
Let's have Deputy B call, and I think Deputy B had some follow-ups too. Did you get him on? So we have some follow-ups.
Yes.
Okay, good. So get him on this. I think it's a plain problem. It's plain to see. He asked for one edge, chiseled. He gets a scalloped edge, which is kind of, in fact, I can't think of anywhere this edge would work. Anywhere at all, it would work. So anyway, the guy is just, and it says owners refuse to refund. Who had that sign made? Oh, he's going to go protest. My countertops matter. Okay, that's crazy. Listen, I wouldn't use the My Countertops Matter because you're playing off of a serious topic. What I would do is just say this guy sucks or whatever, or if, this guy doesn't do what you order or something. Anyway, we got more coming up. Hold on, and we're going to get to other problems. In fact, I think this was Deputy B. Who worked on Carrie's case? We'll do that after the break.
That was me.
Okay, Daff, let's have a follow-up right after this.
Okay, our Simply Floors and Kane H.
Then you can get.
Nope, I'm an idiot. I didn't update it. It's actually Art of Granite and Master Router.
Okay, I'll do Art of Granite. Obviously, he has Master Router.
Over 2,000 devices. Now, impact traffic.
This report is sponsored by CBS.
This is from there's a couple of troubles.
wedding.
Turn that down. Southbound I-25.
What did we do? Oh, follow. But right now.
So I'm waiting for them. I got all this down chronologically. I'm waiting for the wedding planner to call me because it's very confusing. But they accepted it, they declined it, they reinstated it, and then wanted to cancel it again. So we'll see what they have to say.
Is Evan still up there on, why is he? Oh, he has a statement to make on iCar.
If we're gonna do pizza, we have to do it early.
Well, I'm not eating today, so you guys can do what you want.
If you don't need anything, Tom, I'm surely I can go with or without either. Also, it's up to you.
TheArtOfGranite.com. We just heard the heartache of going to some schlock that doesn't know what he's doing. Now, I direct you to TheArtOfGranite.com. Mitch Fleury will do any edge you want. He'll do it correctly. And at The Art of Granite, you'll pay wholesale for the material. And guess what? He'll give you prices on the phone. He tears out, hauls away free. He'll do the bathroom free when you have the kitchen done. TheArtOfGranite.com. 303-386-5919.
What? Make a choice that helps your car start strong, stay strong, and yield more.
Well,
at Indigo, we're building a system designed.
We can do something Monday then, whatever. Because I want people to enjoy it.
This season, you can see benefits and take a step towards a potentially.
No, doctor, you always doing intermittent fasting every day?
Yeah, I'm going to do, I have something at home that I'm going to eat.
Okay.
So I'm just eating between 12 and 6.
So let me show Okay, so did I tell you guys that I wanted to redo my skids? You know, they have a rubber coating and I couldn't find it, so I took, I bought a rubberized coating and added sand to it, and look at what I did. Look at them. So it's all, isn't that cool? That's on the
What's that for the helicopter?
Yeah, so they step on that to get up in. Anyway, it's called the skid. But isn't that cool?
Cool, yeah.
I mean, yeah, why the hell would I not do? I mean, this shit, so I just masked everything off and did it with a rubber coating, and I added sand to it. Man, now that thing would have cost me $1,000 to have done.
I imagine everything on your helicopter is expensive.
Yeah, I know it. Fuck. It's the most expensive
FAA.
It's the most, well, not just that, but a helicopter, unlike an airplane, is a bunch of parts trying to tear themselves apart. I know. They're not, it's an unnatural flying machine. It's totally an unnatural flying machine. An airplane just glides. A helicopter doesn't want to fly.
But you said it was more safer than an airplane.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Because, well...
Because of the order of rotation?
Yeah, you're never... Well, you can glide in an airplane, but you see, you don't need any space with a helicopter.
Right.
But, I don't know. There's way more incidents with helicopters. Way more. But way less, what do you call it?
Fatalities?
Yes.
There's a YouTube channel where this guy has, I think it's called the Flight Channel also. He goes over all these aviation accidents.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how often simple mistakes cause
It's always
crashes.
It's 99% of it's stupid and preventable. First of all, if you take accidents, 60% or more. It might be 75, but weather.
Oh, really?
Fucking stupid weather. Yeah, weather.
Like there was one I was watching last night. These two guys were flying, deadheading a pilot and co-pilot from Little Rock to Indianapolis, and they take this plane up to 41,000 feet, which is the max ceiling, because there were no passengers. And then they're having some problems, so the pilot tells the co-pilot who's flying the plane, we need to get 300 knots in order to restart the engines. The guy never got the speed above 220 knots. And he told them 3 times that they wanted to get, and the pilot thought that the co-pilot was getting up to 300 knots.
Oh, God.
Simple thing like that.
So listen to this. Per 100,000 flight hours, for every 100,000 flight hours, there's only 1.3 accidents in fixed wings. For 100,000 flight hours. For 100,000 flight hours in helicopters, there's 9 incidents.
Wow.
9 accidents. Jesus, that's a lot more. Wow.
You know, there hasn't been a fatality on a U.S. carrier in like 10 years.
Really?
Yeah. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
So tender and delicious. No more frozen meals for me. It's time to head to the store to stock up on Redbird.
The fatality rate in helicopters, listen to this. 1.3 deaths per 100,000 flight hours versus 1.4 deaths in an aircraft.
Wow.
It's only a tenth away.
Even though it's 8 times as many incidents.
That's right, 9 times. Yeah, 8 times as many. You're right. Yeah, that's an interesting thing. So it's way lower than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. This hour brought to you by RealCBDThatWorks.com. That's the website, RealCBDThatWorks.com. Put Tom in the promo code and get 30% off. Okay, let's keep going. Carrie, you have a follow-up. What was the original problem?
We had the community mailboxes, and they had changed out the mailboxes, but never gave us any keys
that was
and stuff. And so Daphne had called them or emailed or whatever. And I got a call from the post office this morning that my keys were ready. So I did go up there and get them. There was one employee for like 25 people standing in line, but I waited the hour, and I do have my keys now.
God, she had to wait an hour. Isn't that something? Well, listen, thank you for letting us know, Carrie. Daphne deserves my dinger right now. Bing, 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 bing. Come on, Aunt. Yes, thank you. Or Shannon. Okay, thank you, Carrie, for letting us know. Seriously, tell people about the show. And Chris called iCar. This is the used car dealer Mark went postal on, and basically, they're keeping $500 for no reason. They promised to finance this for 84 months, 0%. Then they wanted to hike it to 20%. iCar is just a bad deal all the way around, in our opinion. And, Chris, what did they say?
Well, I called him up, and at first he wanted to actually go into the whole story, which was good.
Yeah.
But his defense, he didn't swear at me, which is good, but his defense was he verbally told the guy that it's non-refundable, which I think is kind of a crock. But anyway,
you know what's funny? What's funny is he said on the radio he never said it was non-refundable and he wasn't going to give it back. Now he's telling you that he told them it was non-refundable. Phew.
Well, there. Oh, and I asked him several times. I said, well, why don't you just give him the money back?
Right.
And he went the route of, well, we had to take it off the market for 2 weeks. And so I said, well, why not put it, why not when you sell it, give him his money back? So
yeah,
he said, no, we can't do that. We're just a family-owned business, and this and that, so...
Oh, well, Chris, thanks for calling. This guy's an idiot. He really is. He has no reason to keep this money. There's nothing in the contract, and I think he should put in a complaint with the dealer license board. He also should go to small claims court, and everyone should avoid using iCar. And iCar, do you realize how much this is costing you? Huh? Do you? Think about it. For keeping this $500? Well, guess what? It's going to cost you way more than $500 because people are learning you're an idiot. 720-510-3903 is his number. He has no reason to keep the $500 because this guy thought he was going to get this Honda Pilot financed for 84 months, 0%. It says so right here. Then, guess what? The guy says, no, it's 21%. The guy says, I don't want to do it, the buyer. And the seller says, we're keeping your money. The seller said on the air he never said he was keeping the money. But why didn't he give it back? Well, he told Mark and the buyer it's because of his attitude. iCar is the name of the place. I say, iCar, stay away, 720-510-39.
Hey, I just got an update on these fools. You ready for this?
Can you get it in?
Wait till you hear this after the break.
Oh,
you're not going to believe
he's teasing us. Wait.
You're not going to believe it.
Okay, well, let's see what the hell's going on. Now, also Samsung and an HOA issue and whatever you want. 303-713-TALK. Hang on for an iCar update.
Hi, it's Mandy for my friends at Bell & Pollock. I know these guys. They're real. They genuinely care about their clients, and I endorse them because they do business like my dad did. If you've been injured in an accident, call them 303-795-5900.
It's Brian with Advanced Mudjacking. If you're new to Denver, you may not know what to do about your sinking concrete. Call Advanced Mudjacking, and I'll show you how to fix it and save money. Advanced Mudjacking, 303-424-9441. Advanced Mudjacking at yahoo.com.
There's no part of our bodies that put in more work than our feet, and with all that work, your feet can start to ache. But luckily, there's relief for our overworked feet. Skechers Arch Fit footwear for men and women. Skechers teamed up with podiatrists to design a shoe that provides total foot and arch support for all-day comfort.